Alright, welcome back ladies and gentlemen to the Chupacabra Tutorials channel. I'm your host Larry, and today we're here to test out the new feature that was added to the game, which is the new fish flinching feature. So to test this out today, I'm going to turn off my invisibility. And that is going to make it so that all of the fish that want to nibble me can see me, and also my tadpole. I'm still immortal. They can't kill me, but they can bash my face in repeatedly. So I think the first one that we can start with is going to be this bad boy. Oh, and it works. So that wasn't the flinch, that was shooting them with the Sonic Resonator. But let's see, do I even have a... yeah, I do have a multi-tool. Let's get that out. And let's whip that out and see if I can spank the giant fish. Come here, Hammerhead. Hey, pay attention to me. Apparently he doesn't like getting spanked. He just left. He was like, no thank you, sir. Oh, that's great. So it does work. I love that. What else does this work on? How about the nibblers that I absolutely hate? Because, like, at the start of the game, the critter that came closest to killing me was a big pot of these bad boys. But it looks like you can, in fact, stop them just before getting nibbled in order to stop it, although it's a little difficult because they swim around you so funny. Now what happens if you shoot them with this? Oh yeah, they just kind of get stunned for a second. That's hilarious. They're not dead, but they like just kind of flop. That's fantastic. I love that. Alright, where's one of my other least favorite contenders to pester me when I was in the hot zone? Where's the marrow breach? Here he is. Here's my boy. Alright, let's start with... I'm being nibbled from behind, I can already tell. Hey, buddy. Nope, get out of here. Not today, Fancy Pants. Bet you thought. You thought. Get out of here. Alright, now what happens to you? Oh, same thing. He just kind of goes, "Or," and then falls to the ground. That's fantastic, I love that. Alright, so it works on those. What else does it work on? Probably the electric fish. Oh, what about this guy? These guys can bite you if you get in their way. The twin eyes guys. I'm brain farting their name right now. You know, Mr. Chupacabra, if you're gonna go shooting fish, you probably should know their names. Look, side voice. Nobody asked you. Okay, so if you shoot these, they also just get stunned. It's not just like the predatory fish that are intentionally predatory. What happens if you spank them? Am I fast enough to even spank them? Oh, they just don't want anything to do with me at that point. Get out of here, you. Get out of here. Enough of your sass, sir. Alright, well that's actually really cool that you can spank and you can also stun a whole bunch of fish. What about... I mean, there's not really much of a point to doing it to these fish because you can just catch them. Oh yeah, works on the little fish too. So you can catch them. Alright, I feel you. So that's actually a really easy way to catch fish then. You can just run up and blat. Amazing. I love that we can actually hunt the fish now. Now, is it killing the fish? No. And I know there's a lot of opinions about people not liking the fact that the developers are forcing people to not kill the fish, and they might allow you to do some damage to them later where you can slowly knife a Reaper Leviathan to death. And you know, that's fine if they want to do that. I personally don't care one way or the other. I think it's hilarious that we can do this, and I actually really enjoyed that. Honestly, this is gonna sound silly. The only thing I miss about being able to kill fish in the first Subnautica game, and this also carries over to Below Zero, was the fact that I liked to hit the small fish with my ship, my submarine, because that was the easiest way to get dinner on the way home. It's like the ocean equivalent of hitting a deer with your truck when out hunting deer. Oh, can we get this guy? Is this boy? Oh, he's running. He's trying to run. Don't worry, I'll be gentle. Maybe. Oh yeah, he freaks out and starts trying to swim away. But do you get stunned? Oh yeah, their eyes stop moving, they almost get all rigid and flop to the ground. That's hysterical. It's just like a ragdoll. Oh, that's amazing. I do know that these things didn't have ragdoll animations before, so like they had to add those to the game. Because I saw there was a mod that lets you kill fish with your Sonic Blaster that you could get, so you could literally kill the Leviathans. I do know you can't do this to the Collector Leviathan, because I tried that last night, and that did not end well for me on a secondary survival save. I got reprinted. Pro tip. Now, can we do this to the crabs? I guess first I'd have to find one that's awake. Hello, Mr. Krabs? Are you there? One of them is usually awake, because I'm not invisible right now, so when you're not invisible, they usually get up and are like, hey, who's that outside my shell? Doing stuff, being rude. Hello, sir, do you have time to talk about, not our Lord and Savior Poseidon, but me with this multi-tool? Hello? Sir? 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 Oh wow, they're like burrowed into the ground. You can like shove your face in here. Okay. Hello, Mr. Crab. Hello. Oh, there he goes. Does not seem that the crabs care. I don't think he cares at all. Yeah, he doesn't care. Okay, does not work on the giant crabs. So anything bigger than the hammerhead, it does not care. So moving on, let's try some other creatures. Let's see, I'll show you the Collector Leviathan. Just for the sake of it. Although I'm gonna turn my invisibility back on. Wait a minute. These things don't normally attack you, so I don't know if you can interact with these things. This is a jelly. Oh! It doesn't like it when you spank it. It freaks out and coils up. Okay, I was not expecting that. That's different. Alright. It's like... yeah, okay. Like when you poke an animal's eye, it's like, it flinches. Okay. What happens when I do this? Kind of the same thing. Doesn't really, like, fall to the ground at all, but the fact that it responds at all is kind of interesting. Okay. Alright, I feel that. That was different. I was not expecting that. Where's the little annoying houndgars? Okay. I gotta make a video about this, because I actually like the symbiotic relationship between this Marrow Breach and his friends. First off, you're a big Marrow Breach. I want to see you flop to the ground. Also, you can go with him. No, these guys don't respond the same way. They twitch and flick around. They don't fall straight down. They kind of freak out. Alright, I like that there's some variation here. I do like that. There's not really a lot of other unique creatures over here. Just to prove that this works, before we go over there, you can also use the feedback resonator in order to knock things unconscious or freak them out and make them run away from you. I guess it's more like they'll freak out and run. They don't really go unconscious the same way as if you hit them with this one. So they act a little bit differently depending on which weapon you use. So with that in mind, I want to see if the Collector Leviathan responds when I'm in creative mode. He might not. He's a very particular fella. Yeah, the Collector Leviathan really just doesn't care what we're doing. Yeah, he doesn't care. So it does not work on the Collector Leviathan because, well, he's the size of a bus. So that kind of makes sense, if I'm being honest. So who else does this work on? We've got some other critters over here now. You've got this bad boy. Does it work on you, Mr. It does. Yeah, he just kind of flops. That's hysterical. What about if I shoot him from the back of the shell? Yep, it does work on him. So they did think about all the different fish here. What about you? Works on you. Ooh, that one kind of got stunned and had like a surprised like expression on their face. Okay. That was cool. I liked that. I'm pretty much just gonna go through and shoot everybody in the face today. Who else needs to get shot in the face? Ah, the spine guys, where are they? Ah, here we are. My favorite spine-slinging pals. How are you, sir? How are you? Let's just... Boop! Huh. He kind of keeps swimming. He just, like, falls down a little bit. That's odd. What happens if I shoot him with this? He freaks out and runs away a little bit. I'm a little disappointed that these things don't get stunned the same way. What if I spank him with this? Yeah, they just kind of run. They don't really get stunned. That disappoints me a little bit. These guys need to get stunned so they fall to the floor. They just kind of swim a little bit slower and then fall to the ground. A little bit. Like they sink ever so slightly. I am so disappointed. You know what? I wonder if these flash fish... I wonder if these react any differently when they get shot. Okay. I was hopeful that maybe they'd flash or freak out or something. And, like, flash you as they try to get away. Oh, they do if you hit them with this multi-tool, though. They flash immediately. Okay. Good to know. Ooh, you know what? Here's a question. I wonder if the, these bad boys over here... So these bad boys probably get stunned, because they're basically a cousin to the hammerhead. So what happens if I get up close to you? Epicurean makes a funny noise when you spank him. It's a weird noise. It sounds like someone trying to start a motorcycle engine. He sticks his tongue out. That's hysterical. Yeah, he sticks his tongue out before getting stunned. That's great. What about this one? Yeah, kind of just like when you spank him with the other tool. Where did my... Here it is. Oh wait, where's that electrical fish? I just saw one. So the main question that I had was what happens when you have one of these guys who was... Oh, he actually full on ate that fish properly. Okay, sometimes these animals don't register that they've eaten a fish. I want to find one... I want to find one of these that has one of those tongue thieves. But first, I want to shoot one of these fish that has the electrical zappies. Where are you, my friends? Here we are. So what happens if I slap you? That is the question. First, the slap test. They freak out and run away. Oh, they really react to that a lot, actually. Very animated. Which, given that they're electrical, I suppose makes a bit of sense. And what happens if I stun you? They just kind of float down. I was hoping that some of these fish that are like two fish in one would separate slightly and flop and then freak out and reattach. Not so much. And it doesn't just freak out, it doesn't get stunned when I shoot him with that. Okay. Good to know. What about one of these? Are any of you guys suffering from a tongue thief? They're all over down here, so... I already know that these guys respond because they responded before, the patch, where if you shoot them, they freak out. They do get stunned. They don't really bother you most of the time, though. They're just kind of there. So the last thing I want to do is I want to find one of these guys that's being affected by a tongue stealer or a tongue thief or whatever. Are you or any of you? Are any of you being negatively affected by these creatures? Because there's enough of them around, so one of you could be. He's baiting him too. He wants it. He wants to be eaten. Here he goes. So, oh. Did you get infected? What's going on? He's acting like he is, but the tongue thief isn't there. Because when they get infected, okay, let's see if this cures it if I shoot him with the Sonic Black. Stop running away from me, sir. See if it cures him if I zap him. Looks like it does. Yeah, if you wanna free them from the tongue thief, you just have to shoot them with the Sonic Blaster. Okay. And then the tongue thief reappeared. Alright. What is going on down here with these? These little gloopy piles appear and disappear while I'm swimming around here. Anyway, so that'll be it for this one, ladies and gentlemen. I just wanted to preview what it's like to shoot almost everything in the game. Although it appears that this doesn't do anything when you're, when you've got Leviathans around. The Leviathans, the big boys, don't really care what you do to them. Although I wouldn't mind if there was something you could equip to your tadpole, like a Giga Zap, like you get from that guy, in order to make the big guys leave you alone. You kind of had that effect when you played Subnautica 1, and it would make sense that you could have that again. So anyway, that's it for this one, ladies and gentlemen. This has been just a preview of how well you can hurt the fish now inside of Subnautica 2. It's really just a defensive, like, stun baton sort of effect, but it works, and it's effective, and it's really funny. Except for the Needler Mango. Those guys don't behave, and it makes me sad. I wanted to see them flop to the floor, because they're the ones that have been like the biggest annoyance throughout my personal survival experience. They're not dangerous, they've never killed me, but a guy can only get so many needles in the butt before he starts to get an opinion about it, you know? So anyway, that's it for this one. Have a good one, and bye everybody.